On average, every day, 91 Americans die from gun violence, especially the ones from urban areas. As you see here, guns kill 33,000 Americans and injure 80,000 a year. So I can bet you that at least all of you guys have either seen it on the news or know somebody that has been affected by gun violence. I'm sure that many of you have heard on the news or know someone, victims, that have fallen victims to this dilemma. Being from the South Bronx myself, I've been able to see firsthand the effects of illegal guns. And many young lives are taken in both senses, that they end up dead or they end up in prison. We, the people of the United States, should sign petitions to get the attention of legislators to sign laws so that this can become less numbered. I propose that getting legislators to act on the issue can save many lives. It can also help restore safety in our communities, especially in urban communities. There are actions which have been crucial to gun violence. The denial of vax, which can possibly reduce gun violence, has been devastatingly effective in American society. Research shows that the denial of action has negatively affected communities. The current gun laws aren't helping very much. Roughly 6 million non-fatal violent crimes occurred each year from 2007 to 2011. The data from the National Crime Victimization Survey showed that victims did not defend with a gun in 99.2% of the incidents. This is a country with about 300 million guns in civilian hands. So why aren't people defending themselves if they have the guns? Cases in Australia also show that invaders were twice as likely to obtain the victim's gun than to have the victim use their firearms in self-defense. So as you can imagine, this is dangerous because, yeah, they have the law that you can have guns at home to protect yourself, but what good does that make if an invader could just take the gun from you while you're not looking and assault you with it? More guns at home won't resolve the problem. Studies show that with guns at home, there have been a rise in crime. There has been a lot of domestic gun violence in homes also as well. School shootings also have risen and are often the cause of guns at home from a parent. Although there have been actions to affect gun violence negatively, there has also been a push to have guns as far away as possible from the wrong hand. Some people have pushed to make differences in society when it comes to gun violence. So they have been pushing to take it off the wrong hands. ATF has required that any business selling firearms do background checks on people. So anybody who's purchasing a firearm has to have their criminal history looked at and searched so that they know this is not a bad person that we're giving the gun to. The president also has a budget for doing these complete background checks because it costs money to do these things. The FBI has required that the complete criminal history is checked for those who are selling firearms. This is important because doing a background check doesn't always mean the complete history. They could just check, okay, let me see if this person has any bit of any major crimes in his history. It could be any minor thing that could determine whether someone is the wrong person to have a gun or not. These checks can determine whether someone is using these guns for the appropriate reasons or not. So like I said before, gun also lead to domestic abuse. The presence of a gun in a domestic violence situation increases the risk of homicide for women 5 times more than for men. Statistics shows how dangerous this issue is. The severity of this issue is tremendous. Guns have been determined to have to be more dangerous than any other threat that we face today. Guns have been the cause of a lot of deaths. Gun violence has been affecting more people than terrorism itself has. Homicides have grown more in inner cities due to illegal gun distributions. The type of guns that are being illegally distributed are very common. Handguns are used more than any other firearm in more crime cases than all other guns. Studies show that handguns are 20 times more likely to kill more people than rifles do, which is bogus. With all being said, guns have been a plague to the American people, if not humanity itself. I have presented you with the fact that a lot of helpful possibilities have been denied by the higher-ups, which are the reason why this problem keeps on growing. I have provided statistics and facts. I've also provided you with at least some good actions that have been done by people to resolve the issue. We should sign petitions to get legislators to sign stricter gun laws. This is an issue that cannot be ignored. We, the minorities, are being affected daily by gun violence. Millions of futures destroyed and families destroyed. Let's act before it gets out of hand. Thank you.